As soon as the
Maybe.
YouTube gets going, we will be up and moving.
Boy, everything's slow today. There it is.
Got Pony Express going.
Gotcha. I'm in.
There we go. All right. We in?
Yep.
Yeah,
We're in.
Okay. Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm Tammy.
I'm Lance.
We're the Journey to Healing team, and we're here to help you through your journey. Oh, looks like we're gonna have a little crew tonight, so we might get through this nice and quick. A couple announcements I'll put out while we're trying to wait and see if anybody's coming in. Um, Hack Your Health is coming up, and our code to save you $100 on that one is JTK. You can go to our website, journeytoketo.com, and it will take you there to Hack Your Health to order, or you can go Hack Your Health and just use the code JTK to save the $100. So either way, you got two ways to get in that one. The other thing that is coming up is the drboz 21-day metabolic kick. If there's anybody wanting to do that and you want to put 21 days of commitment to your health. It is a butt kicker because it literally, you are accountable first thing every morning with Dr. Boz. Then later on, you will meet with your coach. I am coaching that, so you can request me if you want, but there are multiple other coaches over there, and everybody has their own little niche and their own little specialty. So everybody is good. You can't go wrong. Yeah. So that we'll put that link up here in the chats if you want over. In the 21-day registration is now open, and the first day for students is September 8th, and it's 21 days through on that. So it's a good one, and it's one of those two of those or those days that 21 days that you put and commit to your health, and you show up and we do the hard things, we do the sardine challenges, we do the start the clean fast if your chemistry is ready. So it's lots of stuff to get you accountable and get you going when you're wanting to make your health a priority. So I teach it twice a year with her, and I love it because it's just that jump start and kind of kickstart that we need to kind of just solidify our health journey and get us refocused. I love it being in September because we're focused for those couple months before the holidays hit. So we can get in that rhythm, get nice and strong before the holiday crash comes in November. So we work on all those things and then right into Hack Your Health. So fall's coming faster than we realize. So I welcome all of you to come and join in on that.
The summer's almost
I
over.
know.
Can you believe that?
How many of you have lost the summer? Like we sat down and did our calendar and we're like, it's half over and we haven't scheduled anything yet.
Yeah, so it was 48 degrees here a couple of nights ago.
Oh,
Oh, now that's good sleeping.
we're good sleeping, but I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that either.
We're still figuring out how we can get the boat in the water and have a boat night. That's what we're
There
doing.
you go. Yeah.
Another thing we're doing is we have some new merch to go up on the website. We got new cutting boards, our little cutting boards. We were so excited we worked on them. But our little cutting boards,
They got a little knife and
so those will be
little cheese plate thing.
on our merch
Meat and cheese.
over on the website eventually, or in the next week they'll be over there. And eat more meat. So we got it. So and for the kids, for the Keto Kids Club, we got getting ready to launch. We got little keychains and give you guys a little sneak peek. Here's our little logo guy or mascot or whatever for the Keto Kids Club. He's our mighty mitochondria. So so that's some of the things we got going on. So go over on the website, journeytoketo.com, check everything out. And if you need anything or have any questions, let me know. So health journey this week. We'll get started with us. We're on day 4 or 5 of sardines.
Right.
So now we just did yesterday we added some eggs. I had 1 egg with my sardines and mackerel, and he's been pounding the sardines and mackerel. So we've been doing it. We're keeping it
Eggs. I had eggs last night.
last night. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're keeping it simple. We're not adding any side dishes. We're not adding anything. If we're short on fat, we added the egg yolk. Sticking with the sardines and just keeping it nice and simple. It's starting to clean up. My glucose is even under getting in the low 90s, which is huge for me to go because I was 117 last week when I was struggling from the blueberries that we had the night before. So cleaning those things up and I'm getting there, but that chemistry is starting to move. But again, I take a while to get there. So it's just one of those trying to get back on track, stay focused, take the food focus off, get rid of the food noise, stick with sardines or the mackerel, and just move forward so that food is not a big variable right now. We're really diving in, working, getting ready for fall classes and stuff like that. So it's one of those I can keep my mind busy. I don't have to be out in the kitchen. I'm not cleaning, I'm not cooking and shopping all day. And I kind of like that as much as I do not like sardines. I love what they do for my body, and it just keeps me focused and back on track. So it's kind of where I'm at.
It just makes the meal go easy. You know,
Yeah.
what I mean, it's quick and easy, and it's back on the road. So it's working really well.
So come on in, Lenny. Come and check in.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
We're
Good. How
good.
about you, bro?
I'm doing good. So I started the other day. I went to do, I guess you would call it a clean fast. I'm just doing water and I had a cup of coffee this morning. Um, I've never done it before, so I tried it. I feel good. I think I'm around 38 hours right now. I'm gonna
Nice.
try
Wow.
to, yeah, I'm gonna try to go, tomorrow morning it'll be 48. And I'm not sure yet whether or not I'm going to eat. If I do decide to eat, I'm going to just do sardines. But I think I'm going to try not to. But yeah, I feel good. Work was good today. The only thing is, though, is I was a little disappointed because, like I said, I'm a numbers guy. And I thought after 37 hours, my glucose would have been a little lower than an 80. Um, but I'm still happy with it. And overall, my numbers, even when I am eating one meal a day, they're still like my ratios anywhere from like a 28 to a 35 on an average.
Yeah,
Um,
you've been pretty solid.
yeah. So, yeah, other than that, I really don't have, any questions or anything like that. I'm grateful for this group and I'm grateful for everyone that's here. And I'm just trying to take it slow and enjoy the ride.
Awesome.
Lenny, I'm going to throw a couple things out at you, and I know how good your chemistry is doing, and you are a numbers guy. So I'm going to challenge you. If you can make it to 48 hours, you've made it through the hard part. Push through and make it to the 72. So you're getting the norepinephrine, you're getting all the hormone, you're going to get that surge more of everything that hits from that 48 to 72 hour mark. If you're up for it and there's nothing wrong or not feeling bad in any way, I would say go ahead and push because you've done the work, you've got that foundation laid, you're hitting your macros, your numbers are good, your glucoses are stable. If you're going to push to 48 and feel okay at 48, get busy and walk away from the
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah, something tells me that's what I'm gonna wind up doing.
You will.
But I try not to put it in my head, and plan ahead like that because I'll sabotage it somehow. But yeah, I'll probably do that. I do have one question though. So on any of these fasts, I just thought of this now. You never take in like any vitamins or anything. It's basically just water, salt, and maybe
Water,
some.
salt, black coffee, black tea,
Okay.
and that's it. So,
All right. Yeah, I had some salt water today, but yeah,
yep,
overall I'm surprised how I feel. So yeah,
good.
I'll go for the 72, I guess.
You got
So
it.
all right.
Text me and let me know. I love it because I am telling you, even my body, as much as I struggle and I have a hard time getting my chemistry moving, that from 48 to 72 is where the magic happens.
Oh, I another question. Sorry.
You're fine.
At the end of the fast, what is the best thing to take
Oh.
in food wise?
Okay, let's just go through this. Is anybody else fasting, clean fasting yet? Anybody else? Okay. Clean fasting is a whole different ball game. So nothing has been in the gut, the bowels, everything for 72 hours. So let's assume you're going to make it the whole 72. When you hit that 72-hour mark, if when you're ready to break, go nice and gentle on the best thing you could do is bone broth. Just sip some nice gentle bone broth. Um, you can, because more than likely, especially, does everybody know this, the first time you're going through your fast, more than likely when you break your fast, it's going to go straight through you. So first of all, be mindful of that and be at home. Don't break your fast out shopping, running errands. Don't do that. um Everybody in here, we need Kevin to tell you why, but I think you can figure this out. Do not, don't push that one, especially with this being your first clean fast. Stay home, stay near the bathroom, sip on some bone broth while you're prepping. Now, the biggest challenge of doing a 72-hour fast, when you get done, you're excited, you've accomplished something, you feel good. Like it is a good feeling. Now, you may be hungry and wanting to eat, but the overall feeling is usually pretty good. But you do not want to have a celebration meal and fill all that liver back up of everything you just worked to clean up. So you're
Mm,
doing the deep cleaning right now. You're pulling out stored glucose. You're doing all the extra things that we need to deep clean, which is exactly what the whole purpose of this is. By that 72 hour, you're hitting that autophagy, you're turning over broken cells, you are doing all the things that is going to progress your health journey really good. So this is where you want to be. You're in the right place. But when you break that fast, don't go celebrate. So don't overdo it on protein. If you can literally break your fast with a cup of bone broth and another can of sardines, you win. If you're not going to do that, then the next step would be moderate protein and back to some fats. So
okay.
Just go easy on the fat
simple.
when you kick back in, because
It's going to go straight through.
it'll go straight through, bro.
My family calls it the peeps because you don't know if you're peeing or pooping.
Okay.
So
I
that
got you.
it's
Yeah.
and that is
I
it's just your gut
That's
has
not
a
to being
fact.
I kind of get that. I kind of get that now when I with my because I'm doing like 200 grams of fat a day.
Right.
right. Yep. So
Yeah.
it's going in more fat or it's going through you faster than your body's absorbing it. So as you get on this journey, that will get easier and easier.
So when you talk about bone broth, I know that you make your own. Um, I don't have access to my own right now. So would kettle and fire be a good one?
Yep, I will have Lance will get that link for me right now and I'll put it over in the chat. Kettle on Fire is probably going to be the best bet if you're going to buy one. First option is always going to be make it. It's too cheap, too easy, too simple. It's not rocket science. But if you don't have the time or reason you can't do that, I mean, it's literally you just throw the bones in a pan, cover them with water, and let them simmer. Kettle on Fire is going to be your next best option. So,
Okay.
but you can melt some butter in that and salt it like crazy and sip on it nice and slow. But just sip on it because it's like I said, just be ready. It's going to go straight through you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep. Break it. And then if when you venture into the food, whatever you're going to have, I will put it in the chat right here. Here's the link for
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do sardines.
go for you. That's awesome because then you're not undoing the work. Anything else, it's easy to overeat when you've had a 72 because you're excited. You're going to eat a little bit faster. You're going to enjoy it a little bit more.
Mm.
You're going to be getting that dopamine response.
There's that mental aspect of it when you come off
Yeah.
too. So you're going to be fighting that as well.
And it's easy
So
to
what?
I just went 72 hours. I deserve, so it's easy to have that language and you
Oh,
don't want
yeah.
to do
Okay.
that. So you're back into the brain health. Now you're back to that neural pathway of not wanting to undo what you did.
Your brain's going to go, whoa, I get to eat.
Like we're all dying. So, but it's another step to work through. I mean, it's just another step of the journey. So you'll get there, but just be mindful. If you can stay mindful through it and not lose your crap and just binge on something, you'll have it made because this is your rhythm. Now look at your calendar, look for next week and start. This should be your first of 8 weeks in a row.
What? First eight?
Welcome to the advanced part of the course.
Now wait a
Uh,
minute. I didn't
times-
even get. Speaking of the advanced part, I couldn't get into the immediate one last night.
Okay, we'll have Lance check that for you. But
Okay, but so now let's get back to this 8 weeks thing. What's with that?
That's
okay.
part of the keto continuum.
Yeah, the grand finale of the keto continuum is getting your chemistry all correct, getting your numbers, getting you fat adapted, getting everything going in the right direction. We've taken care of all the issues that we've dealt with for weeks. Now it's time for your clean fast. So if you make it to your 72, that is week 1, and to deep clean that liver so that you're not, because what happens if you just do one and then you go eat again? You're going to fill that one back up. And then you're going to wait a few weeks and you'll do it again, but you've already filled up that liver. So you keep starting and you push through into a 72, but you're not getting those long-term benefits yet. We want you to deep clean to be able to do when you're doing 8 weeks in a row. Yes, you're going to lose a little bit. You're going to clean up and everything. But through that week, when you're mindful of, okay, I'm going to do sardines, I'm going to watch my macros, I'm going to stay focused and I'm not going to jump ship at all. Then when you go to that next week, you're starting at a newer, better place. Your glucose is going to be a little bit lower than it was last week when you started.
So you're saying for 8 weeks in a row, you're gonna do a 3-day fast?
Absolutely. That's the finale.
Okay.
And I will tell you at the end of that 8 weeks, it's the best you're going to feel in a long
Oh
time.
man.
That is
So
when
you
stuff
so
happens.
you get to kind of eat normal for like do my OMAD for 4 days and then fast for 3.
Yep.
Yep.
Bingo.
Now, be mindful because what you put back in, you're going to have to work to get back out. You know what I mean?
So don't fill when you
Don't fill back up.
You're cleaning your liver out right now.
It's a
Don't
whole it's a whole mindset reset, basically.
So
So-
then for those 1 meals a day, I
High
guess
fat.
I'm kind of high fat. So I could do what I'm doing, do what I normally do, correct?
Yep.
Correct. As long as you're
Oh.
not
Don't overdo it because
Don't
as soon
overdo
as
it.
you overeat on that protein, your glucose is still going to go back up, all those things.
Oh,
So-
no. Okay. Yeah. All right. I get it. Okay.
So just stay focused, stay in your macros for the 4 days. And this is the beauty. I mean, there's so many things that you learn in those 72-hour fasts. When you start those 8 weeks, you're eating 4 meals a week. So the money you're saving, the time you're saving, the energy you're saving, the cleaning time in the kitchen you're saving, all the things is not an issue anymore. So this becomes a pretty fun routine, actually. So
All right. I'm in.
you're in. I love
look
it.
at oh, I guess I'm in.
It's week 1. You might as well keep going now.
And we went from 0 to 100 right there. I mean, that's the finale of the whole entire program. So that's something that, that is a goal to do. That's where we want to get everybody to at some point. Some may get there quicker than others. Others may not even get to that point. It depends on where you want to live at. But I do suggest that if you get the chance to get into that level, that you experience it at least once, because one set of 8 weeks in a row, because that takes focus, that takes mindset, that takes community, that takes a whole lot of building blocks that we say and we do, and it combines it all together. And then when you come out the other side, it's like, wow, I didn't know I could feel this good.
And
Okay.
just know the food addiction by then is quieted down. Like you feel like you come out with your superhero cape on of the food does not control me. I now control the food. And that is where a lot of peace comes. It just comes because you know what? Food is not driving the bus anymore. And when you get to that point, how many people here have done 8 weeks? I know Diana, you have. Have you guys, anybody?
Okay.
Okay. So those 8
Peyton,
weeks.
I think Peyton's new, and I think her I've seen her eyeballs roll back in her head a couple times, but
Hang in there, girl. We got you. Don't go. You're not jumping there
and
yet.
Lisa over here.
Family.
What's that?
Peyton's our family.
Oh, sweet. Welcome, Peyton.
Welcome.
But I seen Lisa kind of perk up. I was like, what? 8 weeks?
Well,
What?
I had heard you talk about it, but you guys have not allowed us to enter in yet. So we're
that-
fine.
Yeah, you take, and Lenny's pretty steady right now, and he's in way low and right where he should be to step into this.
Yeah.
And it's a great example of his consistency and his focus at right now. But he's going to get some major benefits of it. And I wanted to bring up one little point for him. If he's noticing that his glucose is going up within the first 36 hours, you're starting to stress your body. So you're pulling glucose out. Don't be surprised if your numbers kind of change early on as you stress yourself like this, because you've been kind of going along pretty steady, and your body's kind of getting used to it. When you hit that stressor like this is, you're going to dump some glucose that you still have stored away.
Here's a silly
Okay.
mindset that I keep a hold of that stays in my mind so you don't. When those numbers start to fluctuate, if nothing is going in, that glucose is getting pulled out of somewhere.
Yep.
So think of that as a good thing. So yes, it may rise. Like when you go, you'll get out and go for a walk or you go work or whatever. You might come home and think, oh my gosh, my glucose is up. That is because it's pulling the reserves out, which is exactly what we want it to do. We want the nooks and crannies cleaned out of the liver because that's what's going to help you make better ketones after the fast. So it starts that system working on its own and it kind of becomes its own self-licking ice cream cone of getting things going, kind of to speak. But it just makes everything start working. And when the hormones are kicking in, the chemistry is correct, now you get that superhero status that we talk about. And that is exactly why I love it. And we look at our calendar and we plan it because that when I teach Dr. Boz's 21-day course twice a year, that kicks off our 8 weeks of 72s. So when I do that 21 day, the first week of it, we do a sardine challenge. The second week of or third week of it, we do so we start into a clean fast, and then that starts my first week of 872s. So I
Wow.
do that. I do that at least twice a year. Sometimes we hit an extra one in there in the summer or the springtime when we're doing good, but it just, even my body, you hear me talk about how hard my body fights me. When I hit those 8 weeks of 72s is the best I have felt since the day they put chemo in my body. So
Okay.
that there is a reason and a passion of why we fight so hard to get this chemistry right to get you there. And anybody can white knuckle it through a fast. I don't want you to white knuckle it. I want your chemistry to carry you through. Then you're hitting autophagy, you're hitting the brain health, you're hitting the liver health, you're hitting all the things. The reason we're all doing this to this extreme, this is not easy. This is we are doing this to build health at the cellular level. That's what we're doing.
Don't forget to stay hydrated.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. I mean,
Well, thank you.
that's important, man.
Yes, but good
Okay.
job and keep us posted. I love
We're
it.
gonna
I
watch.
will.
We're gonna watch.
Over in the group, I
This is
want to
gonna be
see you
cool.
over there. I want to
This is
see
gonna be
Put
cool.
your numbers. Come on in, Sandy and Chuck. Come and check in.
Hi.
Hello, dear. Welcome home from yoga.
How was yoga?
It was good. A lot of cracking in my joints.
I'm scared to even go.
No,
And
I'm
I
not.
still
I
teach it.
felt like the odd kid out when she was saying right, I was going left, and when everybody else was pointing this way, I was pointing that way, but I
It's all
don't
good.
care.
You got your own mojo going on.
That's all right.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't know if you saw my post I don't post often on the Facebook page, but yesterday everybody was like, oh, I can't wait to see what your glucose is going to be in the morning with no carbs yesterday. And I slept a little bit later because I worked from home today. And I woke up and my glucose was 143.
Oh yes.
So it's just, I mean, it's the cortisol, you know. Yeah, I had
It'll get
0.7
there.
carbs yesterday and I finished eating at 1 o'clock. So what are you gonna do?
Oh, that's gotta be frustrating.
It is. You'll
Yeah.
get there.
I mean, it is what it is. I've been dealing with it for so long. It's getting better. I know it'll continue to get better. I just laughed a little bit
I love it though.
with
Slow
my
and
reading.
steady. Slow and
She
steady.
sleepwalks and eats marshmallows.
Yeah.
Slow and steady is gonna win. It really is.
Good
Yeah.
mindset though. Good mindset.
And I love that you still got out and went to yoga and you're using that stored glucose. You're doing it. You're getting there. Now it's just keep going and keep that ball rolling
Yeah.
until your chemistry gets going.
Yeah, I just have one quick question before Chuck gets into his check-in. So with Lenny, with you fasting, so I did some fasting and when I was like first joining the group and I stopped with the OMAD for now. But are you getting like that euphoria that they talk about? That's like what I was always missing. I never got it.
I haven't gotten to euphoria yet. So I'm only about 38 hours right now. Yeah. But I do feel good. I mean, I have a lot of energy, which I was surprised at. I don't feel I don't know. I feel really good. Like I'm on like a cloud that's just like kind of like passing through everything.
That's awesome. That will come. And now keep in mind too, if anybody else is out there watching, going to start a fast. My first fast is never as fun and that euphoric feeling that we all talk about. It usually takes me till week 2 or 3 before my body kicks into that euphoric. I still get energy, I get the brain clarity, I get all those things, but that euphoric feeling takes me about 2 to 3 weeks. He'll hit it right away.
No, my
No?
numbers will be good right away, but I won't hit that feeling till about 4 or 5.
Okay.
Once we line up about 4 or 5, then I get that euphoric feeling when I'm getting like close to the end in those last final weeks. But it takes a while. I mean, usually week 2 and week 3 are my struggle areas. It's just like, man, somebody kicks me in the teeth, and it's just like I don't want to do this anymore, and I got to get over that hump till I get to
Yeah.
like 4 and 5. Once I get to 4 and 5, then I got some rhythm going, and then it goes.
It's funny because it usually lines up. The fall one lines up to where he's on the buzz when we're ready to leave for vacation. So we drive straight from here to Florida in a He's in that fasting buzz that he doesn't even stop. And I mean, it's amazing when he does it. And then
When we travel fasted, and it makes it go so much
it's
nicer.
so easy.
Oh, I bet.
And in the
Yeah.
springtime when we do it, we're always on house project mode. So it's one of those, we're coming off the winter and we go into that 8 weeks
Yeah.
of fasting. So then we can kick butt in the house. So it actually works out nice. And we've gotten in a rhythm. We've done it for so many years now that you get in a rhythm of we plan things around our fasting time because we both feel so good. We have energy. You don't have the brain fog. Everything revolves around that schedule. I mean, we fit it into literally our
Yeah.
vacations and everything. So it's nice. But kudos to you. So good job. But anybody that's watching, please do not hear us saying you jump in and fast.
Nope.
That is
You got
not
to
what
prepare yourself.
we don't push that. That is why you don't even hear us talking about it much until it's time to rock and roll and do it. And I want to know as your coach that your chemistry is right. That means you've done all the things first, then go into it. So you're not just white knuckling it. If you're going to do the work of a 72, I want you to get the max benefits of every one of those.
And this is not something we want you to fail at.
Yeah.
I mean, we want you to succeed. We want you to put 8 weeks of 72s and do that multiple times throughout the year as you need it. We want you to succeed at that. So we don't want to say, go do it and have you miserably fail, because that first couple you'll white knuckle and then you'll crash really hard.
And then you give
Ask
up.
me how I know.
And then you want to give up.
Yep.
So it's like getting that chemistry right first
is important.
is
And
so
that's
important.
that's where we lay the building blocks in the classes and stuff.
And it's the difference of being bullheaded and making it through a fast and letting the chemistry carry you through a fast. When my chemistry's carrying me, as long as I stay busy, I'm fine. But I get so much work done. I love it because you just feel so good. But it's a process to get there.
Takes work.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck.
Chuck, come on in.
Well, I'd like to start off by saying I'm okay with sardines.
All right.
Yay!
I-
That's a
I
win.
grew up eating smoked whiting, and it's very reminiscent. Not
All right.
bad at all.
Nice.
So, I got through 2 days of sardines, and my body was just like, "You are done." I see a therapist for chronic illness, and she yelled at me. She's like, whenever you stress your body, like all these symptoms flare up. And it was just after the second day, the neurological symptoms, the dizziness, the balance, the joint pain, the twitching, like it was really bad. So I stopped. I felt pretty bad the third day. Just went back to OMAD. Today's the fourth day. I'm feeling pretty good today. Definitely did for 2 days, definitely did see my numbers nice. So my numbers generally, I hover fasting glucose in the mid 90s, and ketones 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. After 2 days of sardines, I was at 82 glucose and 1.7 in
Nice.
ketones.
Nice.
So it works, but I don't know. I
The
gotta.
remedy for you, the remedy, Chuck,
Yeah.
I hear you saying that you're dizzy, that you're just not feeling good, that things are flaring up, all of those things. That is your it's water and salt is you have to
I
keep.
know, but I get the same symptoms if I get a cold. I get the same symptoms if I physically exert myself for a day.
And I
Yeah.
filled him in on the salt conversation last night. After we
And-
got
I salt those little fish so much they're crunchy.
Your thing again,
My
Sean.
thing again? Okay.
Yeah. So, but those are the symptoms that you're working through. And when you're talking through nerves, nerve damages and neurology things, you're going to want to make sure those electrolytes are good, the salt, the
Yeah,
minerals.
I know.
So any of that. Okay.
Either way, I'm gonna do OMAD for a little bit, and I'll go back to it because again, I really didn't mind the sardines. I
That's
really
a win.
didn't.
Hey, Chuck, I switched from salting my food to salt in water.
Yep.
I did that way,
Yeah,
and then I would swell up in the ankles, so I put unsweetened tea. So I did like half and half, and my ankles stopped swelling. So I do all my salting heavily in my water.
Yeah.
Well, when I try it again, I'm gonna run out to Tractor Supply and get one of them horse salt licks.
Mhm.
Just keep it in the backpack.
That'll work.
You can just you can get those and break them up, and that is what these salt rocks are
Actually works.
that we sit here. I suck on the rocks.
Yeah, next time I do it, I'm gonna like super overdo it on salt and see how it goes.
I want
But
Lance to show you guys. When we talk about salt, I know everybody struggles with that because we all get gun shy when it comes to the salt. I'm a heart patient. I get it, but I want him to show you literally how much salt he uses. It is not a pinch. It is not a sprinkle.
That's what I drink it. I take one of these thermoses to work. It's a 40-ounce thermos.
And he puts 2 scoops like that in that 40 ounce twice a day.
Mhm.
So
Just
so
so
everybody realizes
how much we're talking that for him, I mean, it's so much more.
I never knew how involved it would be with salt.
Yeah, when I was doing it, I was probably getting between 4 and 5 grams, which is not enough. I need
Yeah, that's not
I need
enough.
to double that at least. So
Yeah, at least. Yep.
And
And you'll find your balance.
you got to find your balance. You may have to kind of ease into this a little bit differently than most people. So
yeah, I've only been doing it for a couple weeks,
right.
but I have
So
8 pounds in a couple weeks.
well, you don't want to shock, and with all your symptoms that come around, you don't want to do that shock to your system. So just kind of ease it in, and every choice, just try to make better choices.
Yep.
You got it. Good job.
Good job, man.
Lisa and Keith, come on in and introduce your beautiful family member here.
Yay!
Yeah.
This is our middle child.
Middle.
Actually, she's the youngest. I don't know how old my children are.
Okay.
We met this child in November, so she's been our child since November.
I love it.
She's a newborn.
She is a newborn, yes. So,
Well, welcome to the family, Peyton. We're
yeah,
happy you're here.
so she is just a joy. We're excited. So, Peyton, why don't you introduce yourself? I don't want to take your thunder, and then we'll hop in, Tammy.
Okay.
Come on in.
Keith will understand I'm like a 7-month-old adult now. No, 6-month-old adult because I'm 20 years old. And now I'm 20 and a half, so I'm a 6-month-old adult.
Hey.
All right.
And I don't know how much you guys know about Lisa and Keith, but we met at LifeWorks in Florida, like a treatment center. And I came in November, like around when they came, beginning of November when we met. Like what? Am I saying anything else? Well, you guys go, and then I'll go at the end.
Okay. All right.
Like you have your time to talk about the week. Yeah.
That's fine. We were here yesterday, so it's not like we didn't start. So you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So Tammy, don't forget Keith.
I won't.
So I am on a scavenger hunt today because I'm trying to understand, we talked about this a little bit last night, why my glucose is now in the 90s. So I went back and checked, and if we go back to the end of July, the 26th, it was 83. The 27th, it was 95. I don't remember what happened that day. The 28th, it was 100. And then I checked it twice because I was trying to figure out why it was 100. So it was 98 a little later, about 4 hours later. Then on the 29th, and the 29th coincides with sardines, it was 84, and then 92, and then 73 was day 2 of sardines, and then 82, which is where it has been hovering, and then 81. And then the last 3 days, it's been 92, 93, and 91. And I don't understand that. I'm trying to figure out why. And I believe it has to do with the fact that we introduced hot tea into our diet in the evenings. And hot tea for us is yerba mate and tahibu. And tahibu is a red tea, pau de arco, that's the name. And I put that in a French press, and I started using powder Arco because I was told it would be beneficial for diabetics. Um, and so the last 3 days, it's been a half a cup of yerba mate and an eighth of a cup, a quarter of a cup of Pau de Arco, and blood sugars are in the 90s. And I slept through the night a couple of days, which was awesome. This morning I was up at 2:45, but still same numbers. And my ketones are still hovering right around 2. So I'm just trying to figure it out. So today I made only yerba mate, no Pau de Arco. And so we'll see what happens in the morning to see if that has anything to do with why the blood sugar level, the glucose is rising. Um,
I think you pretty much, probably answered your own question in that. You're gonna be the example of one and figure that out. But I will say any of those flavor teas, the Padiarcos, all of those, if you're gonna do those, I would do them in your eating window. Um, it's
mm.
just, if you're just a straight black tea, that's one thing with nothing in it.
Well,
But when
there's
you
nothing, lemon, that's it.
don't prove it to me, prove it to you. What
Okay.
in your numbers? If that's the only thing that's changed, then we can go into it's either, could be sleep. Is sleep horribly different? Is it the stress? Is there something horribly different? If not, that's how you rip the band-aid off of pinpointing, here's what's okay for Lisa.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
if you keep seeing that, I mean, I'm looking at your chart, and do you care if I screen share your chart with everybody?
No, no.
I want to show you guys how this is how we determine what's going on. When we look at that, and you can see exactly what she's saying. So that glucose, look, I mean, she was running 80s, mid 80, 90, back below 80. This is the brown line is the glucose. And now you can see here something has changed right here.
Hmm.
That's got that going, went up just a little bit, and now she's kind of plateauing. So something's staying slow and steady right here. Ketones are, still going up, but look what happened here. So when that glucose stays high for any length of time, and that's not high, but higher than it was, something changed. The first thing it's going to react, those ketones are going to drop. So the ketones dropping is what follows the glucose rising.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it is
So,
just, and you'll literally be able to look at your calendar, your chronometer, and your mojo and bring
yep.
it together and say, what's the variable? What's changed?
Yeah, and
So,
it's getting cooler here. And I love hot tea in the evening. So if this isn't it, then I then need to figure because we were drinking iced tea and that was fine. I've been drinking iced tea all summer with no problems whatsoever. But the iced tea is different than this tea. So if that means that I need to take the iced tea and put it in a pot, then
yep. Yep.
that
And the
might
other
be
thing
what
I
I
will tell you, if you go over to on our Amazon storefront, there in the tea and coffee section, I have one in there. It's a good earth tea,
Mm-hmm.
and it's that spiciness, and it is one that does not bother me.
Mm,
I
okay.
struggle. I struggle with it.
Yep, I
Um,
got it in my cup tonight.
and I
Okay.
struggle with the teas too because I too like that warm, I want that
Yeah.
hug kind of thing. And tea I can do with no cream. So I
Ah.
can I can push through that or put some coconut oil in it and whip it or something like that if I
Hmm.
need it. But you got to find which ones don't, you will be amazed. I told you guys I signed up for one of those tea companies that's supposed to be the hoity-toity good teas, and all of the sample box came, and I paid a gazillion dollars for it, and sample of them came, and every one of them have some kind of fruit floaties in it that it's not just good black tea. There's stuff in them.
Mhm.
So just be mindful of that.
And and it may affect you, Lisa, and not Keith, or vice
Right.
versa. You'll find that.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And it's not that
Well,
you can't have them, just put them in your eating window and not into the evening.
and that defeats the purpose then,
Right.
because that's how
Exactly.
I stop eating is to drink, my mineral water with lemon, which
Yep.
I've been doing all through with no problem. So, you know,
warm your
and
warm your
Yep.
mineral water up with lemon at evening if this tea bothers you.
Something I
I'll,
do in the winter that I do like to do is take the hot water, put the
Mm-hmm.
squeeze the lemon in it, put some
Mm-hmm.
salt in it, and sip on that. And just that lemon water being hot is I like it too. So it's another
Yeah.
when I'm fasting, you can just another thing when you're fasting, hot salty water, and
Mm-hmm.
I put it in a mug just like I'm holding my little thing,
Yeah.
and then I'll use these essential oil and put like oregano or a little bit of garlic or something on the rim of the glass so you smell it.
Mm.
And having that salty water while you smell the oregano and the parsley or whatever oils that I put on the rim makes you feel like you're having soup. Like because you're
Mm.
smelling it. I mean, it's one of the ways they play with my head when we're fasting.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I will keep
figured
you
out. Keep me
posted.
posted. Yes, I'm
Yes.
Yes, let
curious.
us know that I'm
Yep.
curious.
Yes,
Keith,
you're up, buddy.
Good evening, everybody. This morning I posted I was what
52.
101.9, which was a 52. And this morning I was 90 and 1.7, which is a DVR of 52.
Right on that.
It was
Slow and
hilarious.
steady wins the race. Remember that.
Yes. So what I did is I took Miss Jones' advice and this morning I did my 8 ounces of bone broth and
The other Mrs. Jones.
Yeah.
I don't call you Mrs. Jones.
No, yes, you do every now and then. We don't like it when he calls me Mrs. Jones, though.
Thumbs up.
That's a dirty word.
Yes. And 7 tablespoons of grass-fed butter
Nice.
Nice.
for my numbers to balance out. And in for lunch, we do chicken wrapped in bacon and
Bacon.
what's the other meat? Chicken
one?
wrapped in bacon and
Did you have today? Oh, a chicken sausage. That's what he
the
had.
chicken
So
sausage.
it's a chicken tenderloin. So just a chicken breast that I wrap in bacon. And last time I dropped them on the grill because it was hot. So
Mhm.
Nice.
Daily I do I call it an eggnog. So what I do is I take a jar, I put ice in the bottom. I have a recipe for 4 eggs, 5 eggs, or 6 eggs. Right?
Okay, so 4 eggs. What else?
5 eggs or 6 eggs. So since I'm doing this new concoction, I'm doing 4 eggs because I have to make the numbers balance.
right.
Because the eggs shoot the numbers up.
Give up.
And I shake it up. So I use it like a blender. So I shake it up with the ice, which thins out the yolk, and then I put a third of a cup of heavy whipping cream in it. And that is what I use daily. That's my major go-to.
Love it.
Yes. And so
I'm
my
gonna
numbers have
try
been working and we're gonna wait till you give the go ahead for us to go to OMAD. So we've been doing the window of 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours, mostly 4. So I'm doing like 9 to 1 or 9 to 2. So that's the window. And then I salt in my water. Although the last 2 days I've been testing myself. So I
Uh-oh. Experiment.
I took the salt, which I'm doing Baja Gold, and I'm putting 2 scoops inside of my eggnog.
Nice.
And so I've been increasing it. So I've been trying to increase it to taste.
Yep.
So as they say, salt to taste, I literally salting to taste, right?
Absolutely.
But doing it with scoops. And so that's how I've been cheating. I call it cheating to get my salt in.
I
So
love
I'm doing it through the water, but I'm trying to really move it to all my liquids.
I
So,
love it.
Yep.
so tomorrow I will try to salt to taste in my bone broth. So I'm just testing, I'm trying things. The other
Yep.
day, my numbers went from blood glucose went from 80 to 100. I was pushing that protein window.
Mm.
And then it shot up to 100, which I haven't been there since May. So that's when I said, okay, my body says, I'm not ready yet.
It can say you're not ready yet, or the other way we can turn it is then let's add another stressor. If you're going to push that and you're going to up that protein a little bit, tighten that eating window up to where you've got 23 hours to clean up all that glucose and take
Well,
care.
I was calling that OMAD.
Right. We ready for OMAD, Tammy?
Probably.
You may.
Do you mentally feel like you are?
So mentally, so I now know what's going on. Had a MRI. I had two done, a upper and a lower. In the upper, my C6 is pinched, which is in my back, my spine, so it makes me lean forward because it's sitting on that joint. So I'm irritated all day long, and she loves it not. And then on Monday, I had another MRI on my lower lumbar, and come to find out my L4 and L5 is pinched. So my disc has slipped. So that's what I'm doing. I'm aggravated up and low.
Okay, so
All right.
I'm gonna we all want to jump. If that's what you're looking at, I would say I would encourage both of you to go to OMAD and get there because you need to be fasted. If you're going to do something about that, you need to have those 8 weeks of 72s and coming off of a good clean fast when you head into surgery and go into surgery fasted.
We're not.
No surgery.
Okay.
They're going to do
They're just doing
epidural
uh,
shot. Epidural.
Like a
what's it called?
cortisone.
Yes.
That's what epidural. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell you what, Al, that's I'm not going to impose on your decision. That's you got to do what you got to do. It's your pain.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is what helped. I had to have surgery on my back to fix mine because I had degenerative disc disease. So I'm very aware of. I have to be in this pretty hard. So I take the inflammation away. I can tell the first place I tell when inflammation comes back is my back.
Mm.
And when it starts to creep in, I can tell. So I'm very aware of that. The thing that will help your back the most, I mean, you got to do what you got to do in the
Interim.
immediate thing. The less inflammation you can have in your body, the better it's going to be in your back.
So I have followed this plan to the letter. I've even used the fascia. Fascia. I leak so much. I walk around with tissue in my pockets.
Good, keep it up.
That's a good sign. That means
Keep it
it's
up.
coming better out than in.
Yeah,
I mean, you probably have two places that are extremely inflamed, and it's not going to get any better until you get some immediate relief, so you can kind of calm things down in that area.
Yeah, surgery is not an option for me because I know that I can resolve it a different way. So that's where the epidural is coming in. Yes.
Have you considered a chiropractor?
Oh, I've been doing that for like 7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
And because no one they would always send me to physical therapy, and no one ever dealt with let's go look inside. Yeah, I've been doing chiropractor for years.
And I'd be looking for another chiropractor. I'm sorry.
No, it's I jumped out of perfectly good airplanes for years.
That'd do it.
Yeah. So I was in the military a lot of years, so I'm actually doing better because of the eating. I've gotten rid of the inflammation through eating and all things like that. So
yeah.
That being said, I would probably then let's put you on the let's tighten that eating window up and get you to OMAD to where you're comfortable there, and then let's push you right over with Lenny and let's start rocking this party out.
I would say
if I wasn't going to do OMAD, I was going to go back on sardine challenge. I was going to eat just the whole week, just do sardine challenges and that's how I was going to do it if I wasn't going to OMAD.
So that's a great way to look at it, but I'm going to combine the two for you. So here's the big challenge. Since you are mastering this and you are mastering this to the T, head into your OMAD. So you hear one meal a day, you're going to pound sardines for that one meal, 4 days, or however many days. Then when you get to the day you want to start your fast, you do 3 days of clean fast, 4 meals of sardines, 3 days of clean fast, 4 days of sardines. If you could do that, that's the butt kicker of all. I mean, that's phenomenal, but that takes some willpower and some mental strength because you're coming off of a fast and you want something. So even if you can't do that, don't do, or can't, not that you can't, but not if you don't want to do that for 8 weeks, hit that every couple weeks, doing sardines in between and maybe one meal. Sardines for 3 days, one meal, then go into your fast, or one meal, sardines, and then go into your next fast. Find a rhythm of don't take sardines out of the rotation just because you're fasting. Keep that chemistry going.
And that's the question I was going to ask, because normally when you talk about fast, you talk about not eating. So in this one, you're talking about, are you
Well,
hungry enough to eat sardines?
so
Yes.
eating window. So let's just be sure we are crystal clear. Eating window is now, are we from 9 to 10? Or are we from 11 to 12? When is when is OMAD? And I hear people talk about I need 2 hours to get all my macros in. So how much time do we have and when does it start and end?
Okay. Perfectly, that has to fit in your schedule. This is where I want you to literally look at your schedule. What works for you? Are you a breakfast person or are you a lunch person? If you could get that OMAD in before noon, as earlier in the day that you can get it in and not blow it for the rest of the day is a win for you because you're using all day to clean up, all day's activity to clean up, plus through the night and your sleep to clean
Okay.
up. So do the best you can that will work in your schedule. That
Okay.
that you can win at.
I was able to practice that during the 3 day sardine challenge. So I played with that. So I did everything in the AM.
Yeah. And if you can
Okay.
do that and stay clean through the night, then you're good to go. Now, as far as how long it takes, I will say most of my OMAD people are probably a good hour, hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, just trying to get that all in. I always start mine with the cup of bone broth while I'm cooking and I taste while I cook. So I blow my fast anyways. So it's one of those just check, keep cooking, keep doing the things, and eat nice and slow, getting those fat, still trying to get those fats in you, getting that protein in you. But if you're good, back to the sardines and fat, you're keep it simple.
So I was thinking about sardines and the bone broth with the not butter, right?
You
Just
can if
That
it.
can be in your eating window.
yes, that's what I'm saying. In that window, I could just do those two
Yep,
I
sardines,
would,
butter, and bone broth.
you know
and
what I would
salt.
add? I would chase it with your egg drink, but minus the egg whites. Take the egg whites out and go egg yolks.
Okay, because he's
Well,
using the full egg
you'll
currently.
pull the protein away and it'll be more fat
Oh,
concentrated.
okay. Well, that's going to depend on your macros. I mean, are you hitting your fat macros and your proteins or?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay,
And we're well under 5 grams of carbs. So
In fact,
yeah.
I'm at 2 grams of carbs.
Nice.
that's
I've
awesome.
gotten it as low as 1.8.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's where just play with that, do the best you can, what will work in your schedule, and be able to be repeated because you
Okay.
want to get in that rhythm again. You want to get into a habit and a routine and keep it simple and then walk away from food. And if you
Okay.
can do that, I can't wait to see what happens. But I would start pushing you to OMAD because I really encourage you go into the fasting, do those 8 weeks and see what happens to your back.
Okay.
Okay.
We're starting in the morning.
Oh boy, jump on
Go.
it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yummy.
I love
Yummy.
Yum.
it. Right?
Okay. I say we're starting in the morning. Ah, shoot. We
Ish.
have guests coming on Saturday. What do we do?
What do you think you do?
Get up and make a nice old breakfast with everybody and
No, they're coming for dinner at 4. So what do we do with that?
I would have
Eat early.
I would no, or if you can't change that, eat dinner with them at 4, get your fats in you, get everything in you, and be ready to start the next morning.
Mhm.
But that's just one day. We don't have to wait until Sunday to do it, do we?
You
No, no,
can-
no. And just
Okay.
everybody too. Anybody that's talking about the 3 days of fasting, it works for us. We go to church on Sunday, come home, have family dinner, have a can of sardines, start our fast.
But we're not fasting, Tammy. We're just doing OMAD.
It's still, but you still plan it in your schedule. That just work. The 3 days work for us as fasting. So your OMAD, you need to plan the same way. What is going to work for you that you can get in a rhythm?
Okay. So do we do OMAD at 4? Or do we just not do OMAD that day?
Yeah, no, you can still do OMAD. You can make OMAD can be any time of the day. It's got to fit in. If
You'll have a little mini fast beforehand.
I see.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So if
Okay.
here's the big thing. The OMAD just means you're consuming your calories in a 1 hour tight window.
Okay.
You just don't want it to be
In one meal.
in one meal. You don't want it to be spread out through the day.
Okay. So OMAD on Saturday is at 4 p.m. And then OMAD on Sunday is actually going to be like noonish because we just won't eat before we go to church to
Come
give.
home, have a nice
Yeah.
fatty
And
can of
you may
sardines or
and
meal.
you may want to on Friday push OMAD to early afternoon, knowing that you're going to be later on Saturday.
Okay. Oh, I see.
You
Got
know what I
it.
mean?
Yeah. So it doesn't
And
feel
let
like fast.
it depends on how you want to rock it. I mean, if you
Okay.
want to rock it early and have that little bit of clean
Extra
out
push.
extra push beforehand, you can, or you can also move that eating window to a little bit earlier in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Elisa, I don't know if you remember me saying, I think it was last week, that when we go out for our chicken wings, we like
Yeah.
to do like once a week. It's a dinner time.
That's
So I
right.
just don't eat all day. That's my OMAD. And that was the day that my ketones got up to 5
Right.
because I was about 30 hours fasted at that point.
Okay.
And my morning sugar was a heck of a lot lower than it was today.
Which
So
is
uh,
crazy, Sandy. I don't get
yeah,
that.
it's
Okay.
cortisol. It's just
Right.
cortisol.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Um,
So that makes sense. So
yeah.
it's just a longer period in between because you know you have that special meal coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can navigate that through anything. If you have a
Okay.
special occasion, OMAD can be any time. It's just the earlier in the day it is, the more benefit you're getting.
Sure.
So
So
my
just
last question is, so we're hitting our macros for the OMAD, and then we flip into a fast, which is the sardine challenge, and then go
nope,
back to
nope, two different languages. A
okay,
fast is nothing going in but water, black coffee, black salt for over 36 hours.
okay, okay.
Okay. Sardine challenge is just a sardine challenge because there's calories going in. So you're not getting the benefits of fasting. But you're still getting the benefits of sardines. So that's
Mhm.
still a win, but it's not a
You're just
fast.
adding the sardines to
Okay.
your OMAD.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Sardines are now your OMAD go together.
Okay.
So
We're still starting tomorrow, so
I
we'll
love it.
navigate the weekend.
I
So
love it. You guys are awesome. I did put another link over there. Don't want to forget to tell you guys, Bighorn Olive Oil Company, that olive oil company that I'm telling you I love so much, that has the infused olive oils, they gave me a $10 coupon for you guys. So if you use that link, you'll have $10 off your order, and you can get the bigger bottles for like 22. So really you'll get a bottle about half price. So that link's in the chat there. I'll get it posted over in the group sooner or later, but right there, if it's for you guys, you can do that. Use that one now. It's up and ready. You can take
That
it.
was a dumb question.
Yes, ma'am. No dumb.
Hi.
Yes, come.
So once you start on OMAD, are you now OMAD for the rest of your life?
You can be. It's where most of us like to hang out just because I don't want to deal with food. And if I do more than OMAD, my glucose starts going back up. So is it forever for everybody? Probably not, but you'll go through a season to where it's like, okay, you'll slack off after a while. That's why we schedule it twice a year, because by the time we get back to that time for the next 21 day, like we are, it's coming up. We've got
Yeah.
lapsed on our habits. We've, a little bit here, carb creep comes back in, or, I just want an evening cup of tea with some cream in it, or something that all those things start to do. And it just gives you that mindset to start to clean up again. So I like to say we're OMAD most days, because if I would go back off of OMAD throughout the week, I'd be back beating my head against the wall. So it just, how broken are you? How's your metabolic health?
It's not good at the moment.
Yeah.
Don't know
So most of
Yeah.
us need OMAD.
Yeah. Okay. And then you go through seasons on holiday where, and you
Life
come
is-
back and you got to fix everything.
You know what? You go into it wiser. You go into it knowing,
Mhm.
I'm going to have a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm probably going to not count macros that day. I'm not going to be stupid, but you know what? I'm going to make conscious decisions on Thanksgiving and sit down and have Thanksgiving dinner, but I'm going to wake up the next day and have a plan of I'm drinking ketones, I am going to go for a walk, I am going to do the hot plunge or the cold plunge, the hot sauna, the anything you can to get all those things going and throw those tools back out and get them busy and shoot clean up and go right back to OMAD.
Mm,
So it's
mm,
not that you can't ever enjoy anything other than OMAD, but you go in it with a plan and come out of it with a plan.
mm.
So if it's your birthday, it's your anniversary, whatever, it's not that you're never going to get to go enjoy life and enjoy a happy meal or have fun and enjoy a good whatever. You can do that, but you go in with a plan. A birthday does not become a birth week. A
Yeah.
holiday does not become a hol a week and a hol a month. It's a holiday. So
Day.
don't just go in with
Yeah.
a plan and come out with a plan. That is where I always, I mean, you guys will always see me. I don't run out of drboz pucker up because if there is a struggle, if there's anything we've done stupid, if we've even a Starbucks coffee with heavy cream in it at 6 o'clock at night,
And nothing else in it.
black coffee, black cold brew, heavy cream, nothing in it will mess me up tomorrow morning.
Absolutely.
Yep. So it's just something so
Absolutely.
stupid simple that you
Mm,
think, oh, it's heavy cream and that whole cream talk, but it's just
mm.
calories going in at 6 o'clock at night for me is never okay. Nothing. I don't care if it's a bite of cheese, a bite of meat, a hot tea with some cream in it, nothing. Anything in the evening, I might as well just, it's frustrating. But it's not, hoping it's not forever. So I'm hoping it's not forever. But
And I hear you guys talking about the salt.
mhm.
Tell me what's the benefits?
Oh, um, lots
I'm
of
really
benefits.
coming at it from a newbie angle today because just not
Okay.
working.
Biggest one they always refer to is a muscle takes potassium and sodium to make a contraction. So to flex your elbow, to flex your bicep, you need sodium and potassium to come together. That chemical reaction makes that muscle contract. Okay. Sodium, potassium come together. The
Mm,
reaction hits and that flexes a muscle. Okay. What's your heart?
my heart.
Your
It's
heart's
great.
up. No. What is your heart? It's a muscle.
Oh, right, right.
Okay, so you need sodium and potassium to make your heart beat correctly. So that's one
Okay.
thing. The fluid retention, the fluid in the sodium in the cells, the sodium is needed in everything. Every cell of your body needs sodium. But it needs to be good Redmond sodium, good
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
gold sodium, not processed nasty salt. But every cell of your body needs that. So it's everything. So if you're retaining fluid, it's usually not enough salt, not enough water. Your muscles
Mm.
need it. You get leg cramps, you get the Charlie horses. That's too low a sodium. Your body needs minerals. So it's needed. And I'm a heart patient, and I will tell you, the salt rocks are right here. So
I phoned our health store and I said, "Have you got these salt licks, salt rocks?" She said, "For Pete's sake, just go and buy yourself a bag of Celtic salt and put it in your handbag and stick your finger in there and lick it up." Oh, okay, okay.
or the other thing, I don't know where some of you guys are. I know we live in a farm community. You can go to the farm, the farm supply and
Yeah.
sell the big Redmonds, and they're actually still Redmonds, like Redmonds chunks of rock salt.
Oh,
That
wow.
they're
And
salt
then you
licks.
break it up
Yeah,
into little pieces.
hit it with a hammer.
Yeah.
And these are too big. When I first get them, I hit them with a hammer and break them, and then they can sit on my desk like little geode decorations. My kids think it's
So
great.
real quick, can
Yes,
I bore everybody with some science?
sure.
So sodium and potassium, every cell in our body, brain cells, tissue cells, skin cells, heart cells, they require macronutrients to get in, right?
Mm,
But you don't want things just going in and out of cells. You want to control it. So there's pumps. They're ionic pumps. One is a sodium pump and one is a potassium pump. Causes active transport to bring this stuff into the cell. So for your cells to actually metabolize anything, it requires nutrients to go across the cell membrane, which require sodium ions at a 3-to-1 ratio to potassium. But that's why when you get this buildup of stuff outside the cell and then toxins inside the cell and you don't have sodium, that's when you start getting pain and cramps and twitching and things like that. So
Very well said. Sodium,
Yeah,
potassium.
I have a degree in biology.
Thank you so much. That was very informative. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest part is getting stuff out, right? You got to get the bad stuff out, and
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 when
you
you
need the
change
salt to
your way
do that.
of eating, when you change your way of eating like this, your body sheds so much liquid that it becomes a problem if you're not having the sodium in to help your body retain the liquid that you're putting into it. And you'll get headaches, cramps, fatigue. There's lots
That's
of
all that imbalance. You know, that's just
yeah.
the
So your body goes through osmotic stress. It's the amount of solute versus water. So when you're eating carbohydrates, there's a lot of solute running around in your blood, which you retain water because it's a balance. When you stop eating carbohydrates, protein floating around in your blood, and fat is water insoluble. So that's even anti it. You don't have a lot of space in your blood to hold on to water. Your kidneys preferentially will kick sodium and potassium out because it's going to hold water in there when there's no carbohydrates to sort of balance it. So that's why when you're doing real heavy keto or carnivore, your kidneys are your worst enemy because you may need 7 grams of sodium a day to survive, but when you're on, keto, it's you need more.
Yep.
That's why
Oh.
they're talking about licking salt licks.
they're literally right here. And you pick them up 15 times a day.
although I have to
And I know
say,
they stop the cravings.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
They do help with the cravings a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I
Thank you.
first started here in May, I would always talk on the call, why am I always hungry and why am I always thirsty? It took 45 days of increasing salt because I wasn't doing salt at all because I didn't understand it. I thinking the other way about salt. Took like 45 days and I kept sweetening to taste, meaning the salt, increasing it. And about 45 days later, all of a sudden, the salt was irritating. And so then that's when I learned to switch from Redlands to Baja. And so I just started going backwards and forwards. And so now I have a balance and now I don't need as much because now my body has leveled off. Took about 45 days of salt.
Nice.
Wow.
And I need a lot less salt than he does. So it's crazy.
That's what's sad is there's not a, everybody says, well, how much? And it's like, that's going to depend. How much do you sweat? How much are you peeing? How much are
Right.
all of those things make a difference.
Yeah.
So there isn't a set, have a teaspoon a day. I mean, that's
No, I mean, my salt intake is much lower than his. I pee like crazy. I mean, just streams.
It's so romantic.
right. I feel your
Just, nose running, all day long, but I mean, I drink 60, 70 ounces of water a day. So,
Oh.
and so when I put the small amount of salt that I use, I put it in my coffee. And if I go over that, it's repulsive. I mean, it's just like, ugh.
that's your body saying you've had enough.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
win.
And I've learned that. So
All right. I love it. Peyton, do you
Thank
want to
you.
come check in or do you want me to go on to Diana or what do you want me to do?
I can, yeah, I was thinking like, I don't know what people share when they come in because I think everyone's been here already. So I don't know. Like,
Where are you at on your health journey? Is there any goals you're trying to reach or anything you're trying to work on?
and why are you considering keto? We can start there.
yeah. Okay. So I think it's one of those decisions or like you come to crossroads and it's not one of those things for me where I'm like, should I do this? Or like you have to really think about it. It's like, no, I know this is the right thing to do. Like it's not like, oh, should I do? No. But I've read a lot this summer. My mom, within the last week and a half, has like sent 7 books to the apartment because she's back home in Chicago. She's ordering books off of Amazon like it's a job. But the book Brain Energy, I'm serious, 7 in the last week and a half. Book Brain Energy by Chris Palmer. He's a Harvard psychiatrist. And I think he discovered, he didn't discover it, but they've been using this for epilepsy for like 100 years, and that's part of your brain. And I think they put mental health too much of its own like thing, and then it was a schizophrenic patient. He had like severe schizophrenia. He was debilitated by it, the patient. And then I think he wanted to lose weight. So then Dr. Palmer was like, let's try keto. He wasn't thinking that would help his brain with the schizophrenia, and then the schizophrenia went away. So he was like, oh, this is interesting. And then another book that doesn't talk about this at all, but just talking about the pharmaceutical companies and big pharma, Anatomy of an Epidemic by Robert Whittaker, I think. So those are like the two main ones that I was really like, well, I knew I should do the medical keto before. I saw Lisa and Keith back in person in June, and they were talking about it. I knew it, but I don't think I was ready to take that step. An Anatomy of an Epidemic, that book, I knew about big pharma. Like I've grown up, my mom's educated me. I knew it, but actually reading people's stories, because set up like a journalism thing. So it's people's actual stories, and then I was looking at, because he's listing all these studies, and none of them are recent. So then I looked up when it was published. It was published in 2010. And like I already knew about this, but I was like, we knew this in detail in 2010 was I was 5 years old. And like it's just I knew it, but just reading about people's stories, and I couldn't read this book in public. Like I'm not a big crier, but some of them are so sad how people's lives are just derailed by medications. Like, oh, this medication causes this. So because it causes this, now I need another medication. And then you're on 7 medications. And um going a bit about the health history. I've had Lyme since I was 6, and during childhood it manifested as pandas pan symptoms. And then during like late teens it was more brain fog, like fatigue kind of stuff. And now it's still that, but I had a antidepressant induced mania, which was pretty severe in fall of 2023. So now it's like the brain fog fatigue are down here, and like the bipolar is definitely my number one like issue. And then all this stuff I'm reading is saying to do this, so it's like this is a no-brainer. Not to say other symptoms aren't bad. Like I've just gotten into running the last week and a half when I was a cross country runner and track in high school, and I ran every single day. And I came in to run 1 mile. How I used to run like 11 miles in a 90-minute run in high school, which I'm not trying to compare, but at least I'm doing it. Like I just ran 1 mile today because I've been trying to get it for sunrise. Like yesterday, we're a mile away from the beach. And I'm like, when am I ever going to live a mile away from the beach in my life? And the whole 9 months I've been here at LifeWorks, I haven't really gone to the beach because I think I've just been like a Debbie Downer. And like, I don't know. I was just down. I was like depressed. I was like, I don't want to go to the beach. But I've been running the beach. So that's what I did yesterday. I did like 3 miles, and then I was fighting a nap all afternoon. And then I took a nap at 5 p.m., which turned into going to bed because I didn't get up until this morning at 6 a.m. And I decided I'm not going to go for a sunrise run because I just slept 13 hours. I'm going to try and run later because I have things to do in the day. And I was fighting the nap for hours when I wasn't like focused because I was so tired. So I just did a mile, but even other stuff like I'm constantly in fight or flight, and I just realized today it's taking me this long. I could not wear like a t-shirt to treatment, and I don't know if Lisa knows that Keith knows this. I will just get anxious for no reason, like no reason to be anxious. I'll break out in a full sweat. And today I got mad at my dad for something silly, and I'm like sweating buckets. I'll get really happy. I'm like, it's just like that's not normal. So everything's down here, and then bipolar is definitely up here. And I'm still on 600 milligrams of lithium. So I definitely want to I could have already been off of it if I followed the program. That's another thing. I do not. Well, no, I should speak things into existence. My aunt was saying today on the phone, and Lisa said to Aunt Keith, of course.
Yes.
I have a track record of not being consistent with supplements and treatment because I did not really want to get better. And I just thought my life was over like at 18 years old with the manic episode. I was like, I can't have kids because I'm going to pass this on. And it runs my mom's side of the family. So I totally thought I like the Prozac and the prednisone steroid induced to triggered this, and it would have like happened anyway. And I'm reading people still believe that today that have bipolar. I'm like, what if you never had that antidepressant? Like I read that book, Anatomy of an Epidemic. It's not to say you could have never had an episode ever, but these people think, and it's sad. Like they just think, oh, I would have gone bipolar eventually. Like no one's saying that, and doctors believe that. I'm like, how do you believe that? Like that doesn't make, but I believed it. So who am I to judge? But I think I just touched on like 20 different topics.
I
So
was going to say, you just opened
I
Pandora's
was gonna
box.
say, first of all, I just want to hug you, Chop. Girl, you're
I
an
talk fast, so I'm nervous and I'm sweating, so I need to like stop talking.
Relax.
Let
It's
me-
all good.
You
Oh my
see
gosh.
why she's our child.
I love it. I love it. I just want to say, first of all, I want to hug you. I'm giving you a big old mama hug right now because you are my heart and soul of the epitome of why we do this. I know you don't know much of my backstory, but it was 18 years of Oxycontin after chemo. So the whole pharmaceutical thing, I get it. I use this program. Dr. Boz is a brain doctor. That is her heart and soul, is her brain's course. You got to get the brain to heal the brain. You've got to be able to get in ketosis and get ketones in circulation. So when I teach her course, that is why I push this so hard. If we have to master this, because when you go in and have that brains course and you can learn about the brain where you can heal the brain. And when you learn, and you're obviously learning it already, what those medications, 18 years of Oxycontin, do you know what that did to my brain? I mean, it's maddening. And they consider it just here, take this prescription, here, write this. Here, now that you have for that side effect, you take this. And now that side effect, you take this. And before you know it, you're on 15 medications. So the pharmaceuticals take that over. But I'm telling you, when you get all your hormones right, your brain right, when you get estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, leptin, ghrelin, and you get all of those correct and everything working, it is amazing how the brain will start to heal. I withdrew off of 120 milligrams of Oxycontin every day for 18 years by getting myself in ketosis first and then pushing and working through the withdrawal, holding steady, seeing, let my brain kick in, let my body kick in, let the withdrawal go away. And then I would push again and do that. But that is where I have no desire for Oxycontin. I mean, Oxycontin is one of the most addictive drugs you can take. I never snorted it, never crushed it, never took it out of how it was prepared, prescribed. But my body was still as addicted to it as any other person on a drug. I mean, it's just your body still craves it and wants it. So you still have to go through all of that. So I'm saying that to say, when you do the work and get your chemistry right and get the brain health going in the next levels, you can fix all that, baby girl. And
Yeah, I totally believe it. I just wasn't ready to do it. And then I was saying, I don't care. Like, I don't want to get better. I don't care. And then I realized two things with I think actions speak louder than words. So two things I was like, well, that's not aligning with that. I still have the pick line in from November. So, and we just got the audit back and I'm supposed to see the doctor in 3 weeks when it was supposed to see him. I saw May 1st and I was supposed to see him in 6 weeks and do a program. And I didn't do it, obviously. So, but it's doable, the stuff I have left. So the reason I left it in is because I was like, I want to finish it out. I don't want to get poked in two arms and do EBU or something like this. So that's one thing. And the number two is the doctor that originally prescribed the Prozac. I haven't switched psychiatrists for a ridiculous reason of that it's exhausting to tell the whole, not just the 18 years on story of the bipolar, but like my whole health history. It takes so long and it's hard to talk about. So I'm like, I'll just stick with this guy and I'll just stick with the 600 lithium and I don't want to go up. And it's been consistently at 0.4 when it's supposed to be at 0.6 to like 1.2, and it's a narrow therapeutic range. And if you're out of the range, I don't understand why, if you're feeling okay, why it's not okay to be at 0.6, why it can be at 0.4, but I've been pretty low, like depressed at 0.4 for a while, like consistently I'm getting blood draws as 0.4. So he's like, you either need to go up to 900 or go up to 1200. And you can just like go ahead and take 1200. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And then he asked me, so I was avoiding appointments with him for so long because I'm like, I don't even believe this guy. I need a new psychiatrist. But my point is, if I really, really didn't care and I really didn't want to get better, I'd be like, give me whatever drug. Like, yeah, I'll take this for anxiety. I'll take this because I was on a cocktail originally because we couldn't get me to come down from mania, and that's damaging for your brain too. And I've read about doctors that wait and see, but I don't think they even understand at what point do you want to be manic for a week, really manic, or do you want to go on a drug? And the
That's-
damage, like,
I would just encourage you to get your chemistry right because
Yeah.
your brain needs the fats, your brain needs the ketones. Another book I'd encourage you to read is Dr. Daniel Amen. He's another one that
my mom, yeah, I think she
Dr.
does.
Boz trained with, and that is where a lot of the information in her brains course comes from, is healing the brain. And when you see the SPECT scans of the bipolar and all the different diseases and all the different ailments and all the different medications, and you see what they're each doing to the brain, it's amazing. And I can't applaud you enough for at least opening your mind up. And I'm telling you, baby girl, get your chemistry right, get get ketones in circulation, and then let everything heal. And it's not just wake up one day and go off your meds. I mean, we know
No, no. And I've done that actually.
don't do that.
No, I did it going into Mania. I took them for a whole year, August of 23 to September 20, no, sorry, August of 24, a whole year. And I was already had been manic. I took these every night for a year, and then I decided it's okay to go off. So that's why it's scary. It's like I don't know,
Absolutely.
in a week I decided I don't need the lithium. Like, but I didn't realize for a while that was mania. If I was gonna go off of them, I would have gone off of them sooner than that. And then my point with going on any medication or just saying, yeah, I'll go up to 1200 lithium, like, and I just realized this summer too. It took me a while. I think the cocktail that I was on for a year of lithium, Lamictal, Vraylar,
God.
I was more functional in going to stuff with friends and being able to hold a job, but like I don't think I was feeling things. And I'm feeling things so deeply
Right?
now that it's bad, but I think I was so numbed out. The fact
Sure.
that I don't want to be numbed out now is proving to myself I do want to get better. Because if I really didn't want to get better, I'd be like, yeah, numb me out. I
Yep.
don't feel any emotion. I'm done.
I applaud you. I really do applaud you for that, because that is huge. And I am telling you, work on healing behind the scenes. And then the same thing, I had to heal the pain that I
Yeah.
took the Oxycontin for. I had to heal the neuropathy to be able to withdraw off the medications. So that is where the whole chemistry shift, when it all gets going in the right direction, then you just start healing at the cellular level. When that cellular turnover comes and the brain health starts and all those things start changing, then miraculously, instead of keep getting your medications higher, it's like, oh wait, half a pill of that is working as good as, I just was able to start backing off a little bit at a time because I no longer needed the medication because I fixed the root of the problem.
Mhm. This is
And
a
that,
band-aid. It's not actually fixing anything.
Right.
right.
Yeah.
So fix it, because I'm telling you, that is why there's no accident that Dr. Boz teaches Keto Continuum first and then then goes into the brain health course. That is why they go in tandem. I do the brains course twice a year because this is the foundation. You've got to master this foundation first. Then you get the benefits of the brain course. And the brain course makes so much more sense because now you're seeing a SPECT scan of gray matter in the brain that's not functioning and working. Okay, there is something we can do for that. We can turn that around. We can fix that. We can make a difference. So it's just, again, but learning this chemistry is how we do that.
And you learn the chemistry in the keto continuum. That's where you learn the basics.
And that's the difference of the average keto that's out there in the world that everybody does or whatever, and true nutritional ketosis. That's the difference of the discipline and the chemistry shift. That's why I love it. And it's just one of those, I will forever be grateful for this course because I mean, literally the only thing they wanted to do is send me on home with more medication. That
Yeah.
was their only answer. And I'm like, there has to be a better answer. But 18 years of Oxycontin and the withdrawal from that was god awful. And keto saved my life in that. True nutritional ketosis. I would get my numbers right and then I could push. I could push through that withdrawal enough. I would tell him, unless you're calling 911 and I need to go to the hospital, do not let me go back on that milligram. I will push through that. I will work through it. I will fix it. I will do whatever. Do not give it to me unless I'm dying, unless there's a problem here. Don't do it. And it's like, but the ketones in circulation is what gave me the strength to push through that withdrawal, to go to the next level, to drop it down one more time, to drop it down one more time until I got off everything. And it's not just quitting. It's not, I don't want to see you do that, but I'm telling you, I would really.
No, I'm not going to.
Okay.
Going to.
Okay. Thank you.
Not going to go manic again. I'm not going to do it.
Okay. But I would encourage you to get in here and get your chemistry right. And let's get your chemistry going in the right direction to heal your body at the cellular level and start healing your brain. And at 20 years old, if I'm a mama and I have grandbabies your age, and I will tell you, if I had a do-over as a mama, I only wish and pray I had a chance to get ketones in circulation in my kids. That's my one big regret of motherhood, of not having ketones in circulation for my kids. I send my kid to school with a fruit smoothie and a colon cleanse every damn day, thinking I was helping him.
But you didn't know. If you don't know, you don't know. So
right. But
your best at the time.
To know now what I did to his poor brain breaks my heart as a mama. So I encourage you, get into class, find a way, get in there. If you can show up and learn the chemistry shift, I will gladly help you any way I can.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
Yes. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Your story is inspirational, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for you.
Thank you.
Yes. Come on in, Miss Diana. follow that
I
one.
was
Go
just gonna
ahead.
say, I could see that going in her mind. How am I gonna follow that?
Absolutely.
She just took your superhero cape and put it on, I think.
Well, you've got my brain going. What you guys probably don't know, Tammy does, but I have a nephew here who is a recovering addict at the moment. So you got my brain going. I'm gonna get
So
him
let
to
me let
I'm
before
gonna
you
get him to
move on
listen.
that to throw one more thing out. Dr. Boz's course that she calls Brains from Trauma to Repair, when she originally made it, was called Brains of Addiction. So the addiction is what the course was originally wrote for. So go ahead. I just wanted to throw that out there. So they both tie in together.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm just thinking I need to get him to listen to this.
Imagine that.
Absolutely.
So, but anyway, that's kind of a little bit of what's going on in my world at the moment, just a tad bit. But and I have been myself battling a pretty huge addiction, um, food addiction. All of a sudden, it's popped up. Well, it's really been going on for several months now, but been trying to work on the mental game because that's where it's all at with me is fighting that. But I am doing better the last few days. I actually I didn't really tell you this, Tammy, when we were talking earlier, but I just finished a 72 about 3 o'clock.
Did you? Nice
Nice.
job.
Yeah. I didn't check my numbers because I had just checked them right before we went on at 1, and it was, my DVR was 45, which is not spectacular, but because of, well, it was probably just last Wednesday that I probably had like 1,000 carbs of sugar and whatever. But so the last 2 or 3 days, I've just been trying to work on tightening down on the carbs, getting the carbs out, and um, doing pretty good right now. I mean, I went in 29 hours. This is attributed to the guess the work that I did in the last year or so, because I'm just blown away by how quickly things went down. I mean, yesterday morning I had a DVR of 239. In 29 hours, it went from 239 to 45.
There you go.
Right.
So you know what to do.
Did you say a
Well, of course I
DBR
know
of
what to do, but
239?
doing it is
Yes, she did.
Yes. A
Oh
deep
my gosh, how do we get 239?
A lot of glucose. No
glucose.
ketones.
I mean, look at the challenge of
Right. Okay. The
If you-
numbers are still the numbers.
0.5. You
Right.
multiply anything by 0.5,
you're up a
Right.
creek.
you're up a creek.
yeah.
Absolutely. So nice work, Diana. But again, when you have that fasting tool in your toolbox, it's one of those things you can go to it and it proves to you that what's going in your mouth is what is sabotaging your numbers.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, when you were talking about coming off and don't blow it, don't binge. Well, I've done that like 3 weeks. I did a 72 and just blew it. Come right off and blew it. So
It'll tank them.
that it's real. It's like, I mean, I was going through this right now. It's like if I ever start eating, it's dangerous because there are times I felt like I can't stop. I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Diana.
Get back onto what you know works, you know what you can do, and you know what helps it. Just do it.
yeah. Well, it's not exactly, it's a little more than just saying just do it. But
Of course it is, but you have to say let's do this if it takes every minute, you say it. If it takes every 5 minutes, you say it. If it takes every choice, you say it.
but I mean,
I'll do it with you.
the best way I've tried to figure out how to get myself out of this is just not eating. But
Yeah, but you gotta go
can't do
back.
that forever. I
Go
mean,
back.
as far as the 72s of fasting, it's like I did do 3 of them, but like turn right around and start binging when I got done. So
You're right now, you're training your body. So even in the fasting and in what you're trying to do correctly, you're training your body into something that you don't want to do. Because you're going to start holding on to everything, and that fast isn't going to work for you. Because you're training your body, hey, I'm not going to eat for these 3 days, and then I'm going to flood you with it. So that's your body's going to say, okay, I'm going to take what you flood me with, and I'm going to hold on to that. and it's just going to build upon itself. Don't start teaching your body something different than you just got done teaching it. Make
And again,
sense?
that's where the brain health comes in. It comes in, you've got to fix the problem. And yeah, you can white knuckle and you can push through a fast and you master that and your numbers get better. But if you don't fix the original problem,
Yeah, I mean, and it's totally a mental thing with me. I mean, it is. It really is. It's like, and
That's
it's not something that just propped up. It's been there for a long time.
yeah,
and that's probably the hardest part of this game.
that's the part he struggles with.
Yeah, I struggle with that too a lot.
I mean, that's the hard part.
You
As
know,
good as his numbers.
I lost the mental game a long time ago, several months ago, and it's
But you can get it back.
yeah, I know, but it's I'm working on it.
You got this.
Good.
You got this.
Continue.
You do.
Don't give up.
All right, guys. Any other questions? Anything we didn't cover? I'll run through announcements one more time. Hack your health code JTK to save the $100 off your ticket.
Woo.
21-day course. I think we have that link up here.
Yep.
The link is in the chat there to sign up for the 21-day. If you guys use my link, I'd really appreciate it if you're going to jump in on that one. If you want to request me as a coach, you can, but if not, there are a bunch of other coaches over there. I highly recommend all of them. A couple of them I don't know real well, but most of them I know, and they're all good to go. So that's really good.
Amy, what's the cost on the 21-day class? I don't.
21 day is right under like
1999.
1999 or $1,900, $2,000.
$2,000.
Is that the link you put in the chat?
Yep. All right. That's going to take you to my drboz coaching page, and then you go down, and it'll be right there.
It's the first. It's the first selection on that.
I was gonna say that was the olive oil.
Nope, that's
Nope, the other code.
the other one. Keep going up. The one that says drboz Journey to Healing.
Got it.
That'll take you to the page on the website, and then you scroll down to the first selection. It will say 21-day metabolic kick.
Yeah, it's the fact that we came in late, so we don't out. So I'll just go to the website.
I'll send it to you, Lisa.
Oh yay, thank you.
Oh yeah.
And
Do you have
if
to
anybody,
physically go to the 21 metabolic kick? You
It's
have to physically
online.
go there?
no, it's all online. So if you wanted to do it, you'd be able to. Like I said, just go over to journeytoketo.com and then under the drboz stuff. So my link will stay attached to it, so she knows you're one of my people.
But
But
it's on. It's
It's just
online.
for us, it's $4,000. It's a lot of money. It's a
Holy.
lot of money.
oh, that's right, you're Australia. Yeah.
Yeah, it's frack expensive.
It is,
Yeah.
and it's a commitment, and I want everybody to know
Yeah.
that up front too. It's 21 days straight of showing up live with Boz. And
Yeah.
it's like 8:30 in the morning. We meet with her, then for an hour or so, and then every day, and then after that, you meet with a coach for another hour for another catch up. So it's a commitment.
It's
But
intense.
21 days of working on your health and making you a priority to me, it just gets you refocused. It just gets you right back in the game. We know how to do this, but making your health a commitment is the
This-
priority in it, is the part that we just win, and
Yeah.
she'll take the last 2 weeks, she will take different patients and pull them forward, and then she will teach in depth on whatever their issue is or their problems are. And you learn so much to say, you'd love to hear her talk about the bipolar, love to hear her talk about, she'll go into type 1 diabetes, she'll go into cancer, she'll go into if she was treating you as a patient, what would she recommend? And those things are huge. When you can hear that and understand, as a cancer patient, here's what I would do. As a diabetic, here's what I would do. As somebody with bipolar, schizophrenia, autism, she's talked on all those things. And every one of those brain health games are the things that, the things where get that chemistry right and we can fix that. We can make a difference. We can change it and get it as best it can be. Is it a fix all for everything? Probably not, but get your chemistry as good as it can be to help your body heal as best as it can. I mean, it's neat. So it's a commitment. But go over there on the website and check it out if you want to
Can
get
I ask one last question?
Yes, ma'am.
So your microdosing of the GLP, does that cut the food noise down? Diana was talking about you just can't I want to eat.
Yes.
I'm
will
in the
tell you,
same boat as Diana. I understand what she's going through. You can go in a fast and then you kind of Oh, hallelujah, I can eat.
I am
Oh,
in
it's
the group.
bad.
I am in the group for the GLP-1 with Dr. Boz's patients that she has on it, and I will tell you across the board that even the people don't have weight to lose, the people that they're not in it for major health issues, the GLP at a microdose does help with the food noise. So when you're talking addiction, when you're talking the food noise, when you're talking people that have turned to food their whole life,
Mm.
everything from I'm tired, I'm moany, groany, bitchy, whatever, all the things that we turn to food for. The GLP-1, I will say it sounds pretty unique. I mean, it's pretty popular for the brain to just calm that noise down. And that surprised me. I'm not a big don't push a medication thing, but I will tell
Yeah,
you,
I don't like medications.
but it truly did help a lot of the people.
Tammy,
Well, we've got a script, but like you say, it's expensive.
Yep.
It is.
Yeah, so we're going
And
to
it's
try
not
that.
without its side
hear
effects
about
too.
the allulose?
Okay. I don't want to push that either. I mean, it's one of
Well,
the
I know, but I really think that was what was quieting down the food noise for me because I quit
Okay.
taking it. And I was
Let
like,
me give everybody a crash course on it. Diana, through the process of doing this, she used allulose every day. Now, allulose somehow connects on those GLP-1s, works on those receptors, and can kind of give you mimic some of the effects of the GLP-1. We've had good luck with some of the people that just took a scoop of that a couple times a day and did it. But again, it comes with its own issues. I hate to see somebody put another sweetener in, another chemical in their body, all the things too, because you're still just you're playing with the systems. And I don't want to push that no more than I'd push a GLP-1 on anybody of try to get your body to do it. But if you need the help, sometimes that's there. Diana, when she did it for a long time, Diana worked this program perfectly. I mean, she's pretty darn good. I can't say anybody's perfect, but she did it pretty darn good. She quit the allulose and she just kind of put it together today that she's quit the allulose a few months ago.
Oh,
Guess when her food addiction started knocking again.
oh.
Coincidence, or is there something, there's a connection in that food noise and it working with the GLP? I don't know.
yeah,
Oh.
either, but
Chuck, would you know anything on that biology wise? Is there any
Mm.
chemistry on that you would know that you could add to that?
No, they didn't know about allulose when I was getting my
Right? But I mean, it's those kind of things that, I can't say it's not it because she did great for years. I
It's
mean,
the same thing as Lisa's tea. We can't say
yeah,
that's not it, but we have to prove it to ourselves.
yeah. So
but
it
I
is
do
what
know it did the same thing to me as like one of the shots. It slowed
yeah,
my digestion down to the point that I was throwing up, and that's why I quit. That's why I went off of it.
yeah. I mean, she was taking it
All of a sudden,
every
the light
day.
come on. It's like, duh. I think that's what the problem is.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
again, it's not
That's what
something.
the GLP-1 drugs do. They slow down your digestion, so you
Mm.
fuel, faster and longer. But yeah, I actually had the scope done. Went down, and she's like, "Well, you still got food in your stomach, and you shouldn't have." So
Because it just slows everything down. So, as far as the allulose goes, that is the reason I don't even push it. A lot of, well, it's zero carbs and it's zero this. I just, to me, get the crap out of your body. I mean, if God didn't make it and it's not been, I don't know, there's just an ickiness of it. Don't treat one issue with another chemical. I don't know. I don't know that I know the science behind it. I just, even personally, I would rather I would just rather push through it than to put the allulose in and have to fight another battle. But that's me. My body is super sensitive. I try not to put anything extra. I mean, we literally, when I say eat the meat, add the fat, cut the shit, I mean, that's what we eat. And it's not always fun. It's not always frilly and fancy and all the things, but I don't experiment a whole lot. I found one sweetener that doesn't totally jack me up, and that is the only sweetener that I put in my body because it's this little one, and it's literally one drip, one
Drop.
minute drip. It's the only one I could that doesn't mess me totally up. So you'll get there. Work it if you can. Just trust the process. But it is a process, truly a process, and every little step seems to matter. So. I love you guys. Be over in the group. Please go over and post your numbers, cheer everybody on over there. That really does help everybody. And I love watching and learning from each of you. So we thank you guys for all being here tonight.
Yep. Thank you. Have a
Bye,
great week.
guys.
Have a
Love
good
you
week.
all.